Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana embarked on a nationwide strike, blaming government for failing to implement revised salary and allowances for its members since January 2023, despite repeated reminders. During the 5-day nationwide strike, clients were frustrated as doors were shut to them whenever they visited the courts. As the strike continued, the legal system got paralyzed, forcing the Ghana Bar Association to plead for a resolution to the matter as legal proceedings were delaying. The association then indicated that it would continue to resolve its issues with the government only while staying off duty. However, after a meeting on May 29 between government and the association, JUSAG took the bold decision to suspend its strike to enable negotiations begin at the table. As the news team visited the courts, the usually busy persons of the various courts, like the Supreme Court, High Court, and others, is now being witnessed with vehicles shuttling lawyers, litigants, and accused persons to the court for hearings. General Secretary of JUSAG, Abdullahi Yakubu, gives further details on Monday's meeting with government, resulting in a suspension of the strike.
In fact, at the table, we were shown documents to the effect that processes have far advanced towards getting the approval process. It was assuring to have a cabinet minister, that is the labor minister, present at the table with his deputy, and most especially somebody from the office of the president, because the president has that mandate, with the mandate from the president to speak to the issue. The president is the one who should give us the approval. So once we had somebody from the office of the president, together with the labor minister, a rep from the Attorney General's Department, and from the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, for us, the composition alone showed that the government was showing some commitment towards granting us their approval. And once government was also willing to commit it into writing with the signatories being put on it, then we found that assurance as something that we should consider. We needed to make a balance between the inconveniences that the public had to go through to access justice delivery. We ordered our members to return to work. I've also gone around a number of courts before coming here to be sure that truly our members have come to work.
The association further gives government a grace period of 2 weeks to reach an agreement on the table.
So we've honored our side of the bargain, hoping that the government will also honor his side of the bargain. And the fact that we want the money to hit our accounts next month, June, the timelines we're given up to 12th of June is a sufficient time within which, when the approvals are completed, our members can get the new salary in the month of June. If that is done by end of June, we are okay.
If it is not done?
If it is not done, JUSAG shall advise itself.
As I caught up with some clients, they expressed their excitement on the return of the judicial service staff and called on the government to consider the request by JUSAG to avert a second strike.
We are here to be head of our case. And it's a labor case, so we are here to hear the case. But actually, our case is today. So we weren't here during the strike. So when we heard that the strike is over and our case is today, we just came. So the case will be heard around 1 o'clock, so we are waiting.
Okay. But you heard that there was a strike?
Yeah, we heard there was a strike. There was a lot of frustration. Some of the workers called me and asking me about what's going on, will the case be heard on something or the other. So they were frustrated. So they heard that they've come back from yesterday, and our case is today. So we were cool by it. Okay. I hope the government will hear to their needs so that things will go on well. Because it's not good for something like that to happen in a court like the Court of Ghana, understand? So it will be frustrating. So it's better the government to do something better about it.
Okay, actually, I used to work with a company called Decoplast, okay? And we have a case, that is why I'm here. We have a case between the company, the workers and the Decoplast company. We have a case, that is why we are here.
Okay, and how long has your case been in?
Oh, almost getting to, 3 years and some months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you heard about the strike?
Yeah, I heard about it, and I was scared because my case is here. I need to call the case. And I heard that they said there's strike. So I was even praying more that God will make a way so that the strike will come to an end so that my case will be well put on paper or the table for me. I'm a believer. So when I heard about the strike, I told my colleague that they will resume, our case will be called. Yes, and unfortunately, God so will be good. We are come to sit down. And I believe my case will be on part of this thing. It's not easy. The government is supposed to help us. because it's like we have been at house 3 good years since our case, 3 good years, and but God so be good. I mean, the judge is trying his best to, sit on the case. The government is, cost another. So we are still begging the government to see to it.
If government thought that the decision to suspend the strike by JUSAG is giving them any indication that they could go back to sleep, then that may be a dream, because the Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana is going to press home their demands within the 2 weeks time frame they have given government to resolve their issues. Reporting for Citi News, Akusia Ochre.